On the floor for the visiting Milwaukee Bucks. At shooting guard, Taurean Prince. At small forward, Kyle Kuzma. At center, Brooke Lopez. At the other guard position, Damian Lillard. At the other forward position, Giannis Antetokounmpo. The head coach of the visiting team is Doc Rivers. It's time to meet the starting five for your Chicago Bulls. A 6'6" guard, number 2, Lonzo Ball. At power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 14, Marcus Buzelis. A 6'10" center, number 9, Nikola Vucevic. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 3, Josh Giddey. At guard, 6'5", number 0, Kobe White.
Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Prince out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. And for the Bulls, we've got Ball. Josh Giddey is out there with Buzelis. Then it's White, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. And I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
To the inside. It's stolen by Vucevic. White against Prince. And it's White missing. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Here's Giddey. From deep three-point land, Kuzma pulls it in. White against Lillard. Rebounded by Vucevic. On the wing, Giddey. Bangs home the trifecta.
And a nice stroke. That's coming along for Josh Giddey.
And so it's Milwaukee now. It's a 3-point game. Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. David?
I asked him how he'll try to handle Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. The coach remarked, handle? You can't handle Giannis. We'll give him different looks and clog lanes, but really all we can do is pray a shot isn't falling. There's nothing wrong with asking for a little divine intervention on defense tonight, I guess. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Pass to Antetokounmpo. The shot, no good. Bulls Bulls have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Well, Chicago's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's White. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
Yeah, you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
And the basket is good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Well, Chicago's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Giddey. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Bucks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo Ball.
That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Chicago on defense. Prince dishes to Lopez. Three-pointer, Lillard hits the three-point bomb.
And one of the quickest triggers. Lillard says, now you see it, now you don't.
Bulls trail by 3. Here's Giddey. The three-pointer, no good.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
The Bulls have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. And he's good on the 3-ball. Giddey's got 6 points.
And when you're a high-usage player like Vucevic, you have to keep your head up and be willing to make the next pass.
Patrick Williams, he's checked in for Lonzo Ball.
Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Bulls. Number 44.
Lopez finds Kuzma. From 13. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. And for the Bulls, they're shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Here's Vucevic. No good with the triple. The Bucks have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And now one away from being in the penalty.
Trey Jones is checked in for the Bulls. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Bobby Portis is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Lillard scanning the floor. Good, and a nice assist from Prince. Lillard's got his second basket of the night.
You know, there is this old school feel about Dame's game. Even though he utilizes the 3, he'll get to the mid-range and bury those.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
On the court, your White Squad. Our loudest fans are getting t-shirts. Who wants one?
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Trailing by 2. Vucevic with it. No scoring in this one. And the Bulls with another miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Well, Portis and pressure going hand in hand that time, forcing his way to the free throw line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And how about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
That free throw, no good.
If there's one drawback to Bobby Portis in his game is that emotionally you just want him to box that in at times. But that passion, man, sometimes it'll really get your teammates going.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Smith comes in for Vucevic, and it's Dosumu in for Buzelis. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
Williams outside. Rebound, Milwaukee. Trent passes to Lillard. Throws it up high.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Williams kicks to Smith. Fires from way outside. Lillard with the rebound. Bucks leading by 4. Pass to Portis. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Assist from
Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. Jones against Lillard. And the basket by Jones.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from it.
Lillard against Jones. A 3 ball. Doesn't go for him. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Plays it up and banks it in.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Bucks have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. 3-pointer Lillard. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
And Lillard can knock these things down in his sleep. He makes it look so easy.
Pass to Dosumu. Latre. Sims with the rebound. Trent outside.
Bulls foul. Ayo Dosunmu. First personal
The Bucks
foul.
have not yet made a free throw in the game. 0-2 so far.
Shooting from Milwaukee, Gary Trent Jr. at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Trent. Both teams will make substitutions. Both shots good from the stripe. Jones for 3. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Bucks on top, ending the first quarter with a massive 16-7 run. From the United Center in Chicago, back in and hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Bulls trail by 7. Now here's Dosunmu. He has yet to score. They've got Dosunmu. Patrick Williams is out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Trey Jones. And it's Smith in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. 7-point differential. He gets it in there.
And Giddey just that 6th sense to find the open man.
To the paint. And finished off by Porter Jr.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Dosunmu. Off target with his 3. Bucks leading by 7. Antetokounmpo passes to Trent. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And Giddey gets it to go.
Calm and collected with that jumper. Giddey under total control.
To the wing on the left. Portis finds Antetokounmpo. Porter outside. It's all in by the Bulls. Brand some early success for Josh Giddey in the NBA. When you look at his game, what do you like most?
I love the vision, Kevin. This guy is one of the most creative passers that the NBA has and is willing to take some risks. And the reason he does that is he has confidence in his teammates. But that vision by Josh Giddey is something special.
Giannis slashing. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And that stride that you see from Giannis is just so effective out there getting around defenders.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Tennis fan, get ready everyone. You see yourself on the screen. You show us your best moves. Let's go. Shake it. Let's see those moves. Two left feet there.
For the Bulls, Vucevic comes in for Smith, and Ball subbed in for Dosunmu. The Bucks also changing it up. Lopez comes in for Portis, and it's Taurean Prince in for Green. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Giddey. Lets it go with a 3. Lopez grabs the board.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And he's already patted himself on the back and forgot to put the ball there in the basket.
Here's Giddey. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
That's impressive stuff from Giddey, just getting on the interior part of the defense.
Stolen by Ball. Milwaukee with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking to the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. And the foul on Patrick Williams. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And some changes here for the Bucks. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Gary Trent. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Porter.
Damian Lillard.
Kuzma outside. Lopez a screen on Giddey. Kuzma can't get it to go. Chicago's gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Giddey. Jones for 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Prince wide open. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist.
Prince does a nice job there leaking out in transition, and when he gets that kind of room, it gets dangerous.
Ball fires from way outside. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Prince can't hit. Bulls trail by 4. Jones from outside. It is not good. He's made half of his 6 attempts. Milwaukee's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Here's Vucevic. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And that's the 7-foot difference for Vucevic. Tough defense, contact. It doesn't do enough to throw off his ability to make that shot.
Kuzma finds Giannis. And again, the Bucks miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage play.
Williams passes to Jones. Good on the triple. Jones has got 9.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
And make some noise for your Chicago Bulls.
Chicago making some changes. Bruce Ellis is checked in for Williams. Kevin Huerter comes in for Josh Giddey. And it's White in for Jones. The Bucks also with the sub. Bobby Portis is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Left to play here in the half. To the middle. Kuzma can't get it to go. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 16-6 run. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
And here's ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They trail by 1. Here's Buzelis. No good from outside. Bucks have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Nobody near Lillard. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's White. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Here's Lillard. He's got 10. Goes up to the stripe, and it's Lillard again missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And so is Josh Giddey making things happen for the Bulls. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Billy Donovan. Coach, it's been back and forth in the first half. What's it going to come down to?
Well, obviously it's close. We know we're playing against a great team, so we just got to keep grinding and keep playing.
We'll see how it turns out, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Josh Giddey.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Chicago leading. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 slot. And the Bucks, they're shooting well. They're at 45%. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Yeah, well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Lopez kicks to Kuzma. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And the dunk by Lopez.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Back to Giddey. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lillard attacking. Here's Antetokounmpo. Wow, Giannis with a strong finish inside.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Make some noise, Chicago. Here is your 3-1-2 crew.
Bulls have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Traps in the train.
And White understands his role on this team. They look to him to drain that jumper.
And Buzelis gets the whistle that time.
Buzelis.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Kuzma. Tries again, and he sinks the layup.
Kyle Kuzma.
Kuz loves those inside shots, and he's working hard to find them.
Bulls have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Vucevic. Another 3 for Chicago.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And good that time.
Kyle Kuzma.
Kuzma's got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
Look, Kuzma will get inside there and bang around, and he's going to take it down.
Chicago's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up to the Milwaukee Bucks. Pass to Lopez. White against Kuzma. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Now Vucevic. He's got 5. And Giddey gets it to go.
And the defense right now just guessing what they need to do to shut down Josh Giddey.
Bucks have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Here's Vucevic. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now a 4-point Bulls lead.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
Wasted no time on that one. Lillard's got 13.
Gotta like watching Lillard pull right up on the defense. Outstanding at catching him off guard.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Now on the court, your hot squad. Get loud and let them hear you. It's time for T-shirts.
Switch here. Smith has checked in. Fred's checked in for Milwaukee. The Bulls Bulls leading by 3.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Giddey.
2 minutes.
And the layup falls. Giddey's got 18 points in the game.
Not afraid to try his luck down there. Giddey on the interior.
Lillard against Giddey. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Giddey.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Smith checked in for Milwaukee. Portis comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Outside Portis. At the elbow, it's Prince. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice
The
feed.
assist.
And that's now 6 points for Taurean Prince. Bulls have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Nice shot by Smith.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Smith for 3. Rebound by Smith. Bulls leading by 6. Here's White. And the Bulls another 3.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Here's Trent. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside White. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 5 assists in the game. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Portis. Pass to Smith. Lillard with it. They need this. And it's White with the rebound. Here's Giddey. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Bucks trail by 12. And here is Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Yeah, and Portis needs to be pushed away from the rim. That's too easy.
Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Prince. Prince has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Bulls. They're up by 10. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
You know what?
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Smith is out there with Dosunmu. Then it's Trey Jones. Then it's Collins. And it's Giddey in a 2-guard. 3-pointer nailed from 3-point land. Giddey's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
And Giddey gets it to go.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift-wrapping points.
And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Portis kicks to Trent. Floats one. Chicago grabs the miss. Smith's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Driving to the basket. And a wide open look for Porter. Here's out to Tacumbo. Porter passes to Portis. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. 6 points for Bobby Portis.
Once he has the ball, if his feet are set up, Bobby's going to let those rip.
Good. And the Bulls lead by 13. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Oh, and out of Tacumbo hammers it in.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
3 pointers off the mark. Bucks trail by 11. Porter looking it over. Off target from outside. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Shooting while in rhythm, Porter Jr. has an impressive understanding for when to let that thing fly.
Smith fires from way outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Green finds Trent. Collins grabs the miss. The Bulls leading by 8. Smith with it, now guarded by Porter. Nice shot by Smith. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And Portis throws it down.
And how about Porter Jr.'s court awareness? Excellent job finding the open man with the pass.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do. Show us your moves. All right. Let's see. Next.
Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Vucevic checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Smith. Whitey's checked in for Dosunmu. And Ball subbed in for Trey Jones. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Porter. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. While the team is up, Coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David.
Tight quarters there over in the corner, but Giddey made it look like home.
Lillard against Ball. Releases. Lillard misses. Chicago leading by 14. Puts up a deep 3. And it's White missing. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Down low. And Lopez throws it down.
Nice find by Lillard. He deserves some recognition for that kind of passing.
Chicago's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. White, and he uses the glass on the lane. White's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bulls.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And Milwaukee has possession. Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Buzelis with the ball. Lillard picks him up. The shot by Buzelis, no good. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Bucks. It's a 14-point game. Lillard with the bucket.
And that is just too easy for Lillard. A legitimate threat to burn you from the corner.
The Bulls shooting here about 46% for the game. The 3. And Giddey gets it to go. Giddey has got 32 points.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Ray.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Chicago.
This is a game where defense steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Josh Giddey.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Buzelis, no one around him. From outside, off the mark. And Milwaukee has possession. And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Personal foul. 2nd team foul. Substitution on the court.
.35 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Jones against Rollins. Another shot. Chicago grabs the miss. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Collins, good.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Nick, how did you guys get this win tonight?
We were really good on defense, and then once we get stops, we're very good on offense. We got some easy ones. We just kept grinding. We never let it back in the game, and it felt good to get this one tonight.
Great performance by you guys, Nick. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Josh Giddey.